Mr. B and Mrs. B. Braindump. Awesome. Oh yeah. Like a boss. Awesome.
Hi, welcome to the Braindump, and I'm about to do an oil change on the MT09, but I just remembered, there will be a video for that as well, by the way, but I just remembered I need to record the rear shock setup on the MT09 to complement the front shock. The reason for the delay was I didn't have the tool. So what I'm going to quickly do now is show you how to set up the rear, and I've had a lot of questions as well to talk about sag, so I'm going to talk about sag as well. But basically factory settings you'll have sag, but I'll explain sag anyway. Okay, let's crack on and I'll show you about the rear shock setup on the MT09. Right, let's crack on. Oh, I'm going to take some pictures because, again, as per usual, I'm working on my own, and that means I'll show you how to set up the rear shock on your own if you've got the right sort of tools. It's not too difficult on your own, but if you feel more comfortable with two people, then obviously get someone to help. Right, let's get on with the show. Okay, here we are then. Rear suspension set up on the MT09, and we'll check about sag. Okay, so what you need, if there's two of you, you could just use a normal tape measure and stuff like that. I've got a rather inexpensive metal rule. Okay, metre long is all you need. They're nothing, you know, get change out of $10, £10 easy for one of these. I'm sure somewhere like eBay will have them. All the plenty, it's just a metal rule, it's got conversion on the back, they're cheap. Anyway, and also a good old zip tie. Yep, and you just zip tie that around the outside, and that gives you a sliding pointer. Okay, so that you can, I guess I'm in focus, so you just zip tie that around the ruler and then use that as a pointer. That's how I do it anyway. The other thing that you'll need, of course, is this is the spanner that I was waiting for to do the rear shock. I've got it here now, and a little extension bar that you get in most bike toolkits. Okay, that's all you need. So I've got it up on the old ABBA stand, and the first thing we want to do is find out what the length, if you like, the distance from the axle to a point on the bike, so we can understand what it's like with the no weight. Yeah, so the shock's fully unloaded, as they like to say. So as you can see, the back wheel's up in the air, so it's definitely no weight on it at all. And we want to measure. So I measure from the axle, so I'll just move my slider up, and there's a good point just down there. Okay, you can hear that tapping on the axle, good solid. And then find a point to measure against, and I'm going to measure against this indicator. So slide my little make do pointer down. I'm probably just getting my head in the way. Pretty darn accurate, really. Way over the top for doing this. But anyway, I said I'd do sag, so let's do it. So the reading on that is 20 inches. 20 inches. Guess that's in focus. If it's not, it's 20 inches, trust me. Okay, now at the moment the shock is on factory settings. I'll take some pictures to show you the close-ups, because it's really messy on your own trying to get in and get close. Alright, but basically it's in the middle, so there's 3 notches to go up and 3 notches to go down either side of where factory is. Okay, which kind of means it's in the middle. Okay, so let's see what the sag is at the crate. Okay, let's do that. So what I'm going to do is take the bike off the stand, and we'll measure again with me on the bike. Sorry, yeah, measuring sag is when someone sat on the bike and you see the distance between what we measured with nothing on the rear axle in terms of no weight or on the shock, and with someone sat on their bike. If you want to get really into it, you can wear all your gear, rucksack, all your racing leathers and everything else that you might be wearing if you're going on a racetrack. We're setting up for the road here, alright? This is not a race setup, so let's just be sensible about this and just get me sat on the bike, and allow for the fact that I'll be a little bit heavy with my crash helmet and leathers on. Imagine me doing this with my leathers on. Anyway, right, so take the bike off the stand. Quite handy for doing this. Right. So that way that stand moves. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so it's not causing any weight issues. Right, so then what you want to do is bounce the bike up and down a little bit, get it settled. Now I'll get this, stick it back on the axle. Bring it down. I've hardly got any weight on the bike at all. A little bounce, stop moving. Nothing on the brake. Okay, let's take a look, see what we got. Okay, so the measurement I've got is 19.5 inches. Okay, now you should really, let me just get back in shot. Really, you want an inch, no more. Any more than an inch, and it's going to be bouncing a lot, and you're reducing the amount of travel you got. So you could end up bottoming out. So I'm looking really for about an inch of sag with me sat on the bike, and then once you've done all that, of course, you can adjust it afterwards. But so obviously the suspension is too soft because I've got half an inch to get rid of. Okay. So let me just show you though, what I'll do is I'll wind it right the way down to the lowest setting. Again, I'll use pictures so that you can see, and then we'll see what the sag is then. So I'll cut it here and I'll lower it right down, take a picture, and then let you have another look with basically the shock as soft as it will be, and we'll check the sag again. Okay, I don't know if you can see my ugly mug or not, but I don't think that really matters. What does matter though is what we're doing with the rear shock. Now at the moment it's on factory settings, and you can see, hopefully, that the lowest setting, the loosest, the softest suspension is the lower that runs down on the collar here. Okay, so you just get your spanner, and we want to lower it down. Quite fiddly to get into this area. Make sure you get a good grip of the collar with the spanner, because you don't want to be slipping off and scratching your frame. Okay, and there's no rush in this, just be gentle with it. Okay, and we're just going to loosen it right down to the lowest setting. So I'm just doing it very gently and carefully. It's not that hard to move, it's just that I don't want to slip and scratch anything. And it'll be funny if I do that now, won't it? Okay, just lowering it right down. And the last point there, nearly there. There. Okay, just check, yeah, that's nicely bedded in on the lowest setting. What we'll do now is we'll come back out and we'll check the sag, see what we think. And hopefully then that will show you how sag works. Right, zoom out. I hope you appreciate this, guys, I tell you. Whoa. Right. Okay. So doing that won't have changed the unloaded shock distance, alright? But let's just prove that. It's on the 20. Okay, so there's no movement there. Right, let's get on the bike and see what the difference is then. I do. Well, you can certainly feel it's bouncy. Oh, that's horrible, right? Oh, that feels really bad. Okay, so as quick as possible on the back. On the axle. Slide down. Yep, right there. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's nearly 2 inches of sag. Okay, just over 18. That's nearly 2 inches of sag, which is way too much. and I did see a rider and helped him with his setup, and he had his MT09 on the lowest setting. Horrendous, yeah. You haven't got a lot of left in there to deal with any big bumps. You're going to be bottoming out, that's not going to be good. Anyway, so way too much sag. Well, we're looking for about 1 inch. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adjust it to where I've been using it now. Okay. Every rider's different now. The heavier you are, of course, you might have to go up even higher on the shock. So let's bring it back in and show you where I put mine. Right, let's get that shock where I want it. Okay, so spanner underneath this time. Quite tight in there actually, but it does go-ish. A bit of persuasion. Again, that's what I didn't want to happen, but it is quite tight under there. Luckily, I haven't scratched it. Okay. Could wrap a cloth around the spanner if you wanted to, but there's a bit of a bugger to get into this from underneath. In fact, I might just have to move it from the other side. The reason why I'm doing it, trying to do it on the other side, is it's even more trickier to get it round here with all the brake pipes and stuff. We'll see what we can do just to edge it round a bit anyway. Now you know what I do when I do this video. So, where is it moving? Hang on. Around the other side. Starting to get more clearance now for the spanner. Okay, so that's 2 up from bottom. Stay there. Please don't let me go around that side again. Stay. There we go. That's nearly 3 up. That's 3. Okay, I'm going up higher than that. That's 4. Okay, that's 4. Let's see now, where are we? Okay, so that's my preferred setting. 2 notches from the top. I don't know if you can see that. Bring it round this side. It's easier to see from this side. Just see on the camera. There. So 2 notches left from top. Okay. So I won't switch the camera off, so there's, or discontinue the filming, so you can see there's no smoke and mirrors, and we'll remeasure the sag now. Right. That's the second one there. I'll set my ruler. Okay. Give it a good bounce, make sure it's settled. And then, just let it work on your feet as possible. Okay. there we go, you can see it's just over an inch. I mean, it's not massively accurate, but it's not far off. There's a bit of wiggle, so, but it's just over an inch, and that's where I measured it when I actually did it, and that's how I like it. I could go up another notch. I can go up 2 more notches if I wanted to, but I tried it on the a little bit higher up, which was about an inch of sag, but it was just a little bit too hard. And the last thing I want to show you now with the front setup as well. Oh, rebound. Well, I think the exposure's gone up on the camera, but I don't know. But anyway, let's not worry about that. The rebound is located through here. I've had to take a picture of it because trust me, it's through here, and you twist it clockwise, okay, with the bike pointing this way, clockwise, to increase the amount of rebound, okay. Now I've given mine 180 degrees to the right, yeah, clockwise, from factory, that's from the middle point, because that's where I like it, and I'm going to show you why. If you want to find the middle point, it's dead easy. You just turn, some click, some don't. My rear shock doesn't click on the rebound. So basically you twist it and count the number of turns both ways, and then that will give you the middle point, obviously. So you then move it to the middle point, and then for me it was 180 to the right, which is clockwise. Right, let's show you why I've got it set like that. And if you want to know more about rebound, look at my front suspension. It shows it a lot better than you can on the rear. Which I'll put a link to there, my front suspension setup on the MT09, and I'll talk about rebound there as well. Right, let's get the bike on the ground and check it out. Let's quickly get this stand off. Right. No idea if I'm in shot. Oh, that feels better. Right, but anyway, I should try to demonstrate that pretty clearly. Bring it back a bit. Wow, what's going on with this exposure on this camera? Is it really that bright? Holy crap! Why is it that bright? Whoa, sorry about that. Oh, there we go, getting close. Sorry if everything looked a little bit bright earlier, I think that's better now. Okay, that should be a bit better. Alright, let's move it up a little bit so you can see what's going on. Okay, it shouldn't adjust anything now. Here we go, manual. Yeah, lovely. Right, automatic in. Okay, so I've got the bike off the stand. I've just reset the ISO setting. I don't know why it was so bright. I fixed it now. Right, so this is how I've set it up now. Yeah, and what I'm going to show you is the rebound effect now. So, what you're looking for is the bike to sort of go down in unison, front and back. Okay, now you can see there that going up and down is pretty much spot on. I'll just check from this side. Just push down on the middle. Okay, and the bike's pretty much in unison, going up and down. I'm not pushing on the front at all, I'm just using my elbow here. And well, it feels in unison when I'm riding it, and I'm happy with that balance. But that's what we're looking for. We don't want the back kicking up faster than the front, because you can imagine what's going to happen if that happens. You know, the back wheel's going to leave the ground at speed. But what we're looking for is an even bounce, an even rebound back up as well, and that's why I've set the rebound a little bit harder. I hope that helps, and I hope that covers it for you. About an inch to just over an inch of sag is about the sweet spot for me, but you don't want any more than that, but I'm quite light, so there we go. Adjust to your taste. That's the rear suspension. Adjust to your taste and that's the rear suspension setup on the MT09, and now you can see it all working together in one as one. Hope you found that useful. Any questions, of course, don't forget, put them in the comments down below. And finally, don't forget, ride safe, ride invisible. Okay, I'll see you on the oil change video. Bye.
Mr. B and Mrs. B, Braindump. Awesome. Oh yeah, like a boss. Awesome, like a boss. Oh yeah, awesome.